Hi, Sherry. Nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you. I'm Nicole. I'm also a tutor with My Math Experts. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. The sun is out. I'm busy today. My
Yes.
mom is coming to visit me tomorrow, so I'm very, very excited.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Where does she live?
She lives in South Texas, and I currently live in San Miguel de Allende in Mexico.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness.
Yeah, I'm like a little travel bug. So, a little bit about myself to begin with. I actually lived in Arizona for 2.5 years, and that was my first teaching experience after I graduated college. I moved out there for a couple of years, and then I paid off my car. I didn't really see anything going spectacular in the sense of like there was no surprise, there was no awe in my life. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to pack up my bags, save up some money to go live in Mexico for a year, and I did it. So now I'm here just for a few more months, and I go back to the States in July.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
Well, you are the adventurer.
Yes, I've always been. I give a lot of kudos to my parents. They both traveled with my older brother and I when we were kids. We came to multiple cities here in Mexico with family or just vacation. My dad took us all over the states. He's a huge history nerd, so we did a lot of the East
Mhm.
Coast. And yeah, I think I just got that bug from them. What about you? Where do you live?
I live in Longview, Texas, which is in
Hey,
East Texas.
yeah,
I'm about 2 hours east of Dallas
yes,
and about an hour west of the Louisiana border.
oh,
So I'm right there.
that's awesome.
But I've kind of been like you. This is my third state to teach in.
Oh wow.
And
So what's your?
when I got out of,
Oh, go ahead and continue.
yeah, when I finished my master's, I went to Fairfax County, Virginia,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I taught high school math and was the head athletic trainer for 13
An
years.
athletic trainer? That's
Yes. And then
incredible.
it was fun. I miss it still.
Oh, I'm sure.
Then we moved back to Tennessee. Tennessee is my home state.
Okay, there we
I
go.
say I'm a I say I'm a misplaced Tennessean. Um, so um, we moved back to Tennessee, and I taught high school math and was the head athletic trainer for 11 years. And then in 2007, we moved to Texas.
Gotcha.
We've been
Gotcha.
here ever since.
Yeah. Well, how do you like Texas? Because I gotta know. Because I'm a Texan, born and raised.
I've enjoyed it. Texas has been very good to me. It's not home. It's not
Of
Tennessee.
course, of course.
It's the wrong orange, but
I like that.
but I've enjoyed it. My family is happy here, and
And
that's what's important.
how is living in Virginia? Because I'm curious about that southern east side of the country.
Oh, we loved Fairfax County.
Oh,
I loved Fairfax County. It's expensive.
okay.
I'm not going to kid you there. It is expensive, and but it was so much fun, and we had some wonderful friends, and we
Oh,
were
yay.
2 hours from the beach,
I
and
was
we were
about
an
to
hour
ask
from the
you.
mountains. I could sit on our deck and see the Blue Ridge Mountains, and they were so beautiful. So we had a lot of wonderful friends, had a lot of fun. It was a great experience.
Oh, that's
But
wonderful.
you have got to have a good paying job to live in Virginia. I'm just going to tell you, Ben.
Well, good to know. Good to know. I had another conversation with one of our tutors. Um, they lived in the Carolinas and I think Southern Carolina, and she said that it was amazing, super close to the beach, and
Mhm,
just another couple of hours in the other directions, the mountains. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Lucky you.
mhm,
Lucky you. I think it was
mhm.
with Carrie, I was speaking with her, I believe yesterday or the day before, sometime this week. I'm getting my days mixed up now. But oh yes. Well, great. It's so
Yeah,
good to have you here. Yeah.
well, thank you for spending time with me.
Yes. So kind of going into our services here at My Math Experts, what is one of your favorite things about, or just a few favorites of working one-on-one with students online, and maybe even comparing it to your own experience in the classrooms working with students one-on-one?
Um, I've kind of developed a philosophy of education. I've been in education since 1983. That's when I first started teaching.
Heck yeah.
Yes, and I taught in the classroom for 30 years, and now I teach teachers basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I, I think of education as it. Every child can open a gift.
Yes.
Okay, I have yet to see a person who could not open a gift.
Oh, that's so
And they may
sweet.
open it in all different ways,
Mm-hmm.
but they open their gifts, right?
Yes.
So I think of education as a gift. And I'm giving this child this gift.
Yes.
And they're going to open it at their rate and their pace. I love seeing the light bulbs come on. I love
Yes.
hearing the, I got it now. I got it. I understand it. And I love hearing, gee, that just made it so much easier. It makes so much more sense
The aha moment.
because, yes, we get so bogged down in math
Hmm.
with the algorithms and with the memorizing basic facts and all that, that it's hard for the students to truly see the beauty in mathematics.
Hmm.
And it's a beautiful subject.
It is. It's another language. It's a universal language.
It is.
And that's
It
what
is.
I always preach to my students. I'm like, guys, you could move to Europe, to Asia, to South America. The orders of operations are going to stay the same.
Mhm.
And
Well, and like I was working with a student just last night,
mhm.
and she was saying things a little different. Instead of saying taking the square root of a number, she was saying squaring the number. And I said, no, wait a minute. You're taking the square root of the number.
Okay,
She
yeah.
said, well, why do I keep messing that up? And she said, I'm so sorry. And I said, no, don't apologize.
Yeah.
Math is a whole nother language.
Yes.
It's a whole new language.
And then it
And
also, oh,
she's,
go ahead.
no, no, no.
No, I
She
was,
speaks fluent.
um,
Yeah, she speaks fluent French.
oh,
And I said, when
wow.
you were learning French, it was hard to learn. It's a new
It
language
is
that
a
you're
new
learning to speak.
language. And just like in language, there's, your conversational vocabulary where
Hmm.
it's not necessarily vocabulary you'll find in a textbook or when you're reading, but just social context and social vocabulary. And the same thing happens in math. It
Yes.
and I kind of always said it might have not been the best advice, but I always kind of say math doesn't care as long as you get the answer right. Like if you're following through your,
Mm,
I know that's why, but it's like if you're following through your steps, you're following your rules, however you want to understand, or let's say like use the social context of math for your understanding, go for it. I'm not going to judge you on it. And
yeah.
you're still computing it correctly, so you're good. You're totally good. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I would tell my students, and I even told her yesterday, there's a lot of ways to get to Walmart.
Yeah.
You may not go the exact way I go, but as long as what you do is mathematically sound,
Yes.
then we're fine.
Yes. And that's my context behind my little, but 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And just working one on one with those students, I really feel that our teacher student relationship builds so sweetly and so confidently. And with it being online, our experience with online and maybe even education didn't seem like it was going to be beneficial, or there was going to be a lot of
Mhm.
issues in terms of just like, getting a student focused for 1 hour or having enough resources, wasting time looking for a resource. But with my math experts, I've seen that a lot of our students are extremely engaged during that 1 hour. Most of them
Mhm.
come prepared with resources, homework, or have a great recall of what they learned in class that day. And we also
Mhm.
provide resources as well, like our grade level
Yeah.
assessments, any extra resources that we need to practice on. We have those skills available and those resources as well.
Mhm.
I love one-on-one teaching. I think it's great.
It's been a wonderful
Yes.
experience. I mean, I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
And so,
And since I have moved out of the classroom,
oh yes.
uh, I teach teachers now, and I work with teachers and administrators now. Um, it keeps me in the math.
Yes.
So it keeps me going with the math, and which I love
And I like that
to
we also
do.
have a different range of, and I guess this kind of leads into
Mhm.
my next question. Um, we have tutors, of course, that cover multiple grades. But ourselves, like I can tutor from fourth to eighth grade, and not just that. Like that's maybe what I'm great at, mastered at, and I have my degree in it. But I can tutor high school. I can even tutor second graders. Like I have, I think, a couple of students that are in second grade, and they're so sweet. But my next question to you would be: what's one of your favorite things about helping families and students through my math experts?
Relieving their stress.
Yes, a
They
hundred
get
percent.
such high math anxiety and such stress with the math that to help them relieve that is a big game changer for me.
Yeah, I really like that, and I like it. And tying back to the accessibility that we all have, it's just amazing that we're able to target a student specific need, and then we are just needs in general and strengthen their goals in that 1 hour. And what's
Mhm.
beneficial for both the families and for ourselves as tutors, we don't have to worry about driving. We can go
Mhm.
from session to session. It's not like, I'm having to commute from Starbucks to another student's house and that's going to take 30 minutes. You know, we can just go from one session to another, right back to back. And that also helps with students because of their extracurricular activities. Parents
Mhm.
are working late at night, so maybe they're not able to, or they're making dinner, whatever it is. Like maybe they can't pick up a kid, their kid, and then drive them to a Starbucks or a library to do a tutoring session because they have to worry about things that are
Mhm.
going on at home, younger siblings.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's great. And it's so nice because
Yes.
I did the one-on-one tutoring and I was going to a Starbucks and I was like, man, like I'm meeting the person halfway, but it's time consuming. It's just time consuming, but
Mhm.
it happens. Sometimes it happens. So that's
Yes, it does.
I, so Sherry, what do you think is special about my math experts compared to your experience in the classroom or just maybe any kind of online tutoring that you've done?
Um, I tutored online before
Hmm.
my math experts, and it was just very cut and dry.
Hmm.
I never knew what students I was going to get.
Oh,
I never knew, really where we were and what we were doing. And
mhm.
the lesson I would get this student assigned to me, and this was the lesson I was supposed to do. And, I had to follow this process. Whereas now with my math experts, I can get to know my students.
Yeah.
I've had two of my students now for 2 years,
Oh, that's
and just
incredible.
seeing Yes, seeing them grow and mature and seeing their confidence get stronger, it's just
Yeah.
been wonderful. I love getting to know the kids,
A hundred
and I
percent.
think those relationships are so important. important
Yes,
of getting to
100%.
know them.
And they're such sweet kids. And what I find special about my math experts is that the families are so engaged, and that just makes the student engaged. That helps us be
Hmm.
prepared. Everything in terms of scheduling, resources, their learning plan,
Hmm.
targeted goals, their personalities. It's all so
Yes,
involved, and we're all connected. And
yes.
and that we're also connected with each other as tutors. If I have a
Hmm.
question or need a resource, I can just message all of you guys like, hey, how do I help a student that's struggling with this topic? Or, hey, like, does anyone have extra resources for this topic or just for handling a personality like this? Like, maybe one of us have never experienced just working with a student that has high levels of ADHD, and learning
Hmm.
patience for that is going to be extremely beneficial for you and the student. So, hey, some tips on patience, please. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. But with work and our crazy outdoor life, I just always like to end my day walking my dog, knowing that I did the best that I can, and just enjoying Mexico essentially, right? We have to keep ourselves sane a little
Hmm.
bit. Work is always work, but what are some things that you like to do? Like, what are your hobbies, or how do you like to spend your free time?
I love to crochet. I like to read.
Ooh.
I love to watch sports.
Oh,
So I'm a big SEC fan,
okay.
Southeastern Conference. So Kentucky and Tennessee and Alabama, those are my
Those
teams.
are your
Matter of fact,
teams.
I've got SEC tournament on now. A couple of my students will ask me, so Sherry, how's Kentucky doing now?
Yeah.
And how's Tennessee? So,
Oh, that's
but
so sweet.
those are things that I love to do. And I love to spend time. I have a son who's 25, and his girlfriend, she is just as precious as the day is long. So
Oh,
I love spending time with them and my husband. And we've got 4 dogs that definitely,
oh my God, that's awesome.
so
So you
it can
mentioned,
be very,
I'm sorry?
it can be very busy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure with 4 dogs. Oh my goodness. You mentioned Alabama. Are you a Bama or Auburn fan?
Bama.
Oh no!
Yeah, Auburn has an identity crisis. They don't know if they're Eagles or Tigers.
War Eagles.
So yes, I am a roll tide because I when I graduated, or right before I graduated with my master's,
Hmm.
I interviewed for the assistant trainer's position at Alabama,
Oh, that would have been.
and I got to meet Bear Bryant, and I mean,
Yeah.
he was just amazing. I felt like I was never going to wash my right hand again because I shook his hand. And I'm such a big fan of Nick Saban. Of course,
Hmm.
he's not there anymore, but well, he's there, but he's not there. Does
Yes,
that
of
make
course.
sense? So yes, I am a roll tide. But
Oh
I like
man.
Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl was at Tennessee, was the
Yeah.
men's basketball coach at Tennessee. So I'm glad that he's doing well. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely a Crimson Tide person.
I guess we can be friends, Sherry. I don't know.
I know it's tough. I had a student from Virginia
Uh-huh.
who he was battling between Alabama and Auburn. And matter of fact, it was so funny. I was in his wedding. Of course, that was a long time ago. But
Uh-huh.
so he decided to go to Auburn, and I said, I don't think I can ever talk to you again.
That's so funny. Oh, that's so
But
sweet.
no, it's fine.
Yeah, of course. It's just bittersweet. Oh, that's awesome. I love that
So
you were
how did you get to be an Auburn fan?
just my dad. My dad went to Auburn, I think, for a semester, and then he dropped out and went to the army. But
Oh,
my grandparents, so his parents have just been huge Auburn fans, and it just came into the family. It just happened. So
I
Yeah.
understand. I
Like
totally understand.
a lot of people, I mean, their first reaction, especially with football, they're like, "Oh, you're a Cowboys fan? You're from Texas?" I'm like, I didn't actually grow up liking the Cowboys, but I grew up liking the Houston Texans, you know?
I like Houston.
Yeah, and I mean, I like
Yeah,
Houston more.
I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
So being a Washington fan living in Texas is very difficult.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you got a lot of heat for that.
Oh my gosh, we have a house divided. My husband is
Oh.
Dallas and I'm Washington. So,
Oh, that's sweet. That's always like a good heat to have between family.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I was really rubbing it in this year too because we were in the playoffs and we were doing really well and
Yeah,
so
of
I was
course.
giving him a hard time.
Of course. As you should. As you should.
See? We
Well,
beat you too.
I know. Well, Sherry, if you
Sorry.
no, don't be sorry. Please do. Please do. I can roll with the punches. It's all good. Well, Sherry, it was really, really nice to meet you today. I'm so glad we had this opportunity to talk, and you
Thank
know where to
you.
reach out to me if you ever need anything.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. You
You,
have a wonderful afternoon and have a good restful weekend.
oh, thank you. You too. Yes, you too. It's going to be a nice weekend. Like I had mentioned before, my mom's visiting, so hopefully we'll just be able to go out to eat, have some nice lunches.
Oh, that'll be so much fun.
Yes. Well,
Enjoy that precious time.
I know. I know. I always do. Well, thank you so much, Sherry. I'll go ahead and let you go, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.